What's going to be the hardest challenge that a multifamily operator is likely to face, and how should they handle that? And then let's ask the same question about office. I imagine it's the same, but maybe some nuances.
Yeah. I mean, and again, it is dependent on location and dependent on sort of asset class, right? I mean, working class renters versus, folks like me who are, in a Beverly Hills condo. But the hardest thing is going to be suddenly when all these defaults and all of these, people start calling, and then you have in your other ear, the bank, your lender's calling you. And in the meantime, you're pulling out your leases and your loan documents and trying to figure out, where am I going to be in default with my lender? What do my leases say, and how am I going to work out, this situation when suddenly 25, 30% of my tenants are calling me saying, I've lost my job, I can't pay the rent. And as far as what you should do, again, hopefully you've already put this into play and been in touch with your lender and been in touch with your tenants, because that's really, again, the communication and putting these processes and sort of filtering out, who can pay, and communicating, I think, again, on the human level with your tenants and saying, look, we are here for you, we're going to offer you assistance, but only if you need it, right? And then also going through your loan documents with your lawyers and your advisors and seeing, what are the ramifications if I really do have 25 or 30% of my tenants who default, and let me, preemptively contact my lender and start having that dialogue. And I think it is, right? It's the same on the office side. Whereas people like my firm, let's say, where we're all working remotely, we have business interruption insurance, whether or not, the insurance companies accept a claim or not. But at the end of the day, most likely there will be some nationwide or statewide litigation where some of these claims start to get paid. And maybe some renters on the multifamily side have renters insurance, but I don't think, those policies are bound to cover something like this. So while, some office tenants, law firms, big financial firms probably are more likely to be somewhat operational and weather a storm, I still think there's going to be at least some percentage of those folks who are doing the same as, multifamily tenants.
Yeah, Peter, a lot of brain damage, a lot of hard work and stress still to work through. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, right? I think it's closer to the beginning, unfortunately, than in the end. But again, hopefully people are, still willing to work together and, have these conversations and work out the kinks.